An RVer had a nightmare in New Zealand. Line Screw 1 tells us about the finer things in life. It's RTR time and the Tampa RV Show. That's right, it's RTR time. The RTR started on Sunday, so I guess it's going to be lots of videos about that popping up here shortly. We have a few that I saw. One was Megavan Mike. He put one out about it. There's some other folks, but not too many out yet. But yes, the RTR is underway. There was some rumblings about the woman's RTR, of course, and some men were trying to sneak in, but security was on top of it. Yeah, we always know about that because no men allowed until there's some lifting to do or somebody gets stuck and they need some assistance, and they yell for all the men to come, that, you know, the ones they threw out. But that's the way it goes. It's RTR time. Guess what else is going on? The Tampa RV Show. This is what I don't understand about YouTube and RVers and these RV shows. Why does everybody go to these RV shows and walk around and film all this stuff? Because what's the first thing that everyone tells me? Everyone tells me the same thing. Never buy new. Never buy new. They're horrible. They're junk. They're too expensive. Always buy used. That way somebody else went through the shit and they went through everything and everything works fine. And never buy new. Never buy new. Isn't that what y'all tell me? Y'all tell me that. So then why the big hullabaloo about these RV shows and showing all the new RVs when nobody buys them? Right? All right, now we got Line Screw 1. That's right, Line Screw. He talks about, this is why I like Andy. He talks about the real deal. You know, just because you're an RVer doesn't mean you have to give up everything. You know, live in the desert, shit in a bucket, or just go into the wash and pretend it never happened because it was the locals. No, just because you live in an RV doesn't mean you don't have to bathe or go to the bathroom or any of that good stuff.
Yeah, even in this cold weather, I'm still showering every day. Nice hot shower. It's wonderful. I mean, I worked enough years in my life to deserve indoor plumbing, heat, and running water, and hot running water. Those people that scrimp and do without that, I don't know. I really don't know. They must have made some mistakes in life.
And that's just it. They made some mistakes in life. And what were those mistakes? They listened to the Bob. It's the truth. I mean, it's the same way I look at things. You know, if you work, you do things, you save, you kind of prepare for the future, and it always doesn't turn out right. There's always some twists and turns, and yeah, but again, it's 2024. You have a computer in your pocket that you carry around everywhere. What does everybody say? Just Google it. Duh, you're stupid. Just Google it. Well, yeah, you do that, but you can have all that. You can record your little YouTube videos and show us all over Quartzsite and every little grain of sand, and you can upload that to the world for the whole world to see. But you can't take a shower, and you can't turn on a faucet. You can't flush a toilet because why? Because I don't know. I don't get it. Like he said, I worked long and hard not to have indoor plumbing and all that, and heat and all that other shit. I don't know. And again, everybody's talking about, oh, go to the desert. Yeah, we don't have to worry about heat. Yeah, now everybody's scrambling because everybody's cold in Quartzsite, because just because they're in the desert doesn't mean anything. They're freezing their asses off. And yeah, just go ahead and watch some of them. Just had the Canvulance man on here talking about the wind and it's cold, and he's showing the frost on everything. And then of course he gives us a 4-minute dissertation on electrical tape. He found some electrical tape and he holds it up and he reads the brand and he just starts talking about, and it's the texture and you can feel, yeah, it's literally over 3 minutes of a video about a roll of electrical tape. Riveting content, riveting content. All right, now we have Just Dorit. Just Dorit is having a rough go of it. Yeah, she went over to New Zealand. They were going to stay there for a year, her and her significant other, her and her beau. Yeah, they got an old RV. They're living in this RV. They're in New Zealand, and it's already a little bit tough, but things got even rougher when they had a nightmare. That's right, a nightmare in New Zealand. They were awoken from their slumber
of what the strange shattering noise that suddenly filled our home was. All at once, seemingly in slow motion, I bolted upright. All at once, I was made incredibly aware of what had happened. The sleep-induced delay of my response made it so that the car sped away, completely scot-free. It left Andre and I standing in the middle of our shattered home, absolutely naked and still bleary from sleep. I sobbed and shook, and so began our day.
And there she goes. Yeah, and that's not all. She has their little RV. She said it's like 40 years old. And yeah, the other day it wouldn't start. And they had a couple different people come out and look at it and assess the damage, and they just couldn't figure out. So they towed it to someone's farm. But yeah, I was a little short. But yeah, so yeah, over there in New Zealand, they were in Christchurch, New Zealand. Things didn't go so well, and I guess so. New Zealand isn't quite the paradise that everybody says it is. They have their own issues too. But yeah, poor Dorit, just not having a good go of it. But yeah, awesome young lady. So go over and check out Just Dorit. All right, now let's talk about my buddy Badge. Badge saves the day once again. Now, I often talk about the nomads and the RVers and, oh, it's the free, cheap, and easy life and this and that and the other thing. And I often say people without mechanical abilities that aren't mechanically inclined and don't know how simple things work shouldn't live in vehicles unless they have money, because it's expensive to get parts, especially now post-COVID, because you know, there's a supply chain shortage still, and it will never stop, because once they start things, it's just like after 9/11. Well, we have to check everybody's shit at the airport, and you can't do nothing. You got to strip down, take off your shoes and everything else. That's never going to go away. And the supply chain shortage is never going to go away. And prices are going up. The mechanics are raising their prices and everything else. And it's just a whole big clusterfuck. That's the only way I can say it nicely. And it's not even nicely, but it is. It's a big clusterfuck. So these nomads are out there in their little raggedy old vehicles, and things are happening, and they don't have the money or the means or the time or the ability or anything else. But Badge to the rescue. Badge to the rescue. And luckily Badge is out there, because a lot of these people, they'd be screwed big time. Because again, if you don't know what you're doing, just because you live in the desert and in a vehicle, your life isn't so free, cheap, and easy.
What was it? We blew that hose on that back in COVID, right? 2020?
Yeah.
And so we got all the stuff we needed.
4 years later.
And I said to the girl, I says, pull them hoses up and just see how much they are. 250 each.
Oh my gosh.
250 each. So I'm really cheap labor now, ain't I?
And there you go. $250 each for some hoses. Sounds like a pretty free, cheap, and easy life to me. Just go live in the desert. Yeah, no need for that. Now, see, he said they did all this back 4 years ago because it was Badge did a fix, like a kind of like a temporary fix. So you should be all right as long as you don't need heat. Well, guess what? They're in quartzsite, like I told you a little bit earlier in this here video right here. Everybody's saying, oh, it's cold. So yeah, and it's getting colder and colder, and the wind's picking up, and it's making it colder. And yeah, so they need heat. So without Badge, it would be $500 just for the parts. Now, if you had to take it somewhere, you add the labor on top of that at probably $100, $150, $200 an hour. Yeah. So, badge. Anybody that badmouths badge, they should be slapped about the head and shoulders with a blunt object, because he saves so many of these nomads' asses because they're out there living the dream, bragging about free, cheap, and easy. And it's only free, cheap, and easy because of people like him, because they don't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw out of, and they'd be lost. They'd be out there in the desert, baking in the sun, crying the fucking blues. Now, speaking of nomads, this Sarasota Tim guy keeps popping up on my shit. Here, look at this guy. I don't want to, but I did. So I checked him out, and I watched a couple of his videos and skimmed through a couple other ones, and I'm like, why do people watch this dude? What is he doing? He's not doing anything. Sarasota Tim, he's down in Florida. Oh, I'm retired. I'm living the dream. I'm crushing it. This is the crusher. Here's my 25-foot Flagstaff camper, and blah, 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 blah. And I'm living in Walmart. So this dude is he's just crushing it. I'm crushing it. Living in Walmart. Ooh, sounds like my fucking dream. I woke up this morning and said, man, I wish I could be living in a Walmart parking lot. But nay, I am here in a house. Silly old me. But it's all this, and it's the same video. I watched probably 4 or 5 of his videos, and they're all the same. Here's my 25-foot Flagstaff camper. It's the crusher. I'm crushing it. I'm crushing it. The crushy or whatever it is, truck's the crusher. I forget. I don't know. And here's my controls for the solar panel. Look, here's my 2 batteries out front. Yeah. And he backs up and he stands in Walmart parking lot. Here you go. Look here. This is my Flagstaff. I don't care. It's the same thing. And then the next video. Here you go. Hey, look, right here's my controls for right inside the door here. Here's my 25-foot Flagstaff, and here's it has 2 batteries right up front here. We know. We heard that 2 fucking videos ago. And it's the same thing over and over and over again. And he's just bragging because he's retired and he's out here and he's got his little Toyota Tundra pick-em-up truck. He just got in the crash and the front end's all smashed up. But he's got a Toyota Tundra. And he's got his Flagstaff camper, and he's out here retired, and he's just crushing it, living in a damn Walmart parking lot. Crushing it he is. And he's the new Camo Dave, because he puts out 4 or 5 videos a day. Look, 23 minutes ago, 26 minutes ago, 5 hours ago, 9 hours ago, 17 hours ago, a day ago. He just he cranks them out, and every video's the same thing. Sure, they all have different titles, but it's the same damn thing. Here, I'm crushing it. I'm retired. I'm in the Walmart parking lot. Now I'm in this Walmart parking lot. I'm going down to Cocoa Beach. I'm in this different parking lot. It's not a Walmart parking lot this time. Maybe tomorrow I'll get back to a Walmart parking lot. But here I am. I'm crushing it in the crusher. Here's my 25-foot Flagstaff. Blah, 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 blah. Look, it has 2 batteries on the top. Oh, my God, dude. And people watch this dude. He's got 64,000 subscribers. Or 61,000. Blind guy can't see. 61,000 subscribers. 61,000 people listen to him say, hey, look. Stick around. In 5 more hours, I'm going to make another video and tell you all about my 35-foot Flagstaff camper with 2 batteries on the tongue, and I'm living in Walmart. Living the dream. I'm crushing it. Oh, man. It's funny. It's funny. And you guys wonder why I watch the Nomads. And you say I'm jealous and I wish I was them. No, not even close.
From Victoria Station in London, this is BlindViews. And that's the way I see it.
What we do here is go back.